Evening all. Like the app, do you? Think it's funny? You won't be laughing if you cross my path, because you see, I'm a very special type of person. You can call me Plod. I'm known by many names: Cop, Copper, Fuzz, Rosa, Pig, Filth. Plod to you. Like I said, I'm a very special person. If you thought minorities got special treatment, if you thought Britain was ruled by the rich, if you thought the world was run by the ruling class, if you thought the international Zionist conspiracy was powerful, try getting a bent copper in the dock. And even if that should happen, try getting a conviction against one. Want me to spell it out for you? Remember this one, Rodney King. Take that, you black cunt. 56 blows in 81 seconds. Not guilty, all of us. Think that's racist? Here's what we did to a white cunt.
Very tragically last night, a member of the public called us into the crowd to say a man had collapsed. We went forward, came under sustained fire from missiles. Paramedics also helped us. They also came under fire. We tended that casualty on the floor and would have liked to have left him where he was, but we couldn't. We had to move him back through police lines into an ambulance, and later he tragically died. We are now fully involved with the Independent Police Complaints Commission, keeping them informed.
It was 7:20 on the evening of the G20 protests. But 47-year-old Ian Tomlinson wasn't here to demonstrate. He was heading home from work. Police officers can be seen approaching him from behind. One appears to hit his legs with a baton and shove him to the ground. In slow motion, it seems Mr. Tomlinson isn't threatening the police. His hands are in his pockets and he's walking away. He's then hit on the thigh and pushed over. At this moment he doesn't appear to be injured. He gestures to the police and is helped up. He then walks away. But he doesn't get far. This footage obtained by Sky News was filmed soon after. Witnesses see him stumbling before collapsing in the street. Students nearby rushed to help him.
Gotcha. King was a convicted felon speeding under the influence. Ian Tomlinson, he was just a bloke on his way home. Unfortunately for him, there was a riot going on at the time. I should have been done for assault or even manslaughter, but we fixed it with the CPS, Independent Crown Prosecution Service. Yeah, right. Just to show you how totally unbigoted I am and brave. This is what we do to women.
She was assaulted by a policeman during the recent G20 demonstrations in London, has been giving her account of what happened.
Amateur video footage appears to show Nicola Fisher being struck across the face with the back of the officer's hand and then hit on the legs with a baton. The police officer involved has been suspended, as Andy Moore reports.
It starts here and it goes all the way round to there.
Nicola Fisher says this is what happened to her when she went to a protest in the City of London on April the 2nd. A scuffle broke out. She was pushed by a police officer. She says she instinctively pushed back and then swore. She says she was then hit around the face and hit twice on the legs with a baton.
He used his full force. It was very violent and very aggressive and very unnecessary. If he wanted me to move, he could have asked me politely, or he could have just picked me up and moved me.
Ha ha, take that, you bitch. This one's a woman too.
It's difficult to describe how I felt. I'm used to seeing the footage of what happened in the custody suite, but what I found the most distressing is when I heard that he was sentenced to 6 months in jail and that he would be could be out in 3 months. And I've had a sentence for 2 years after what's happened to me. And it really doesn't seem fair.
What do you think would have been more appropriate? The injuries that he caused you, your black eye, your nose bleeding, what do you think would have been a more appropriate sentence for you?
They had to go through the motions this time, so I was convicted, but 6 days in jail, conviction quashed, then suspended on full pay. That's what's called beg for the job. But sometimes I can get away with it off my own back. Could you get away with rape?
In other news, a Metropolitan Police officer who raped a woman in a police locker room has been dismissed from the force. An investigation by the police watchdog found that the off-duty officer carried out the assault in a locker room at St Pancras Station, but the Crown Prosecution Service decided there was insufficient evidence to prosecute.
How about stabbing your own son through the heart? Bail on a murder charge, then suspended on full pay. In no case to answer. Then was James Ashley, a naked man shot dead in his own bedroom. Not guilty, but what else would you expect with a judge like Anne Rafferty? Then there was Harry Stanley, shot dead for the crime of carrying a table leg in a bag. Sure, it looked like a gun. And don't even mention the frame-ups. Kiszko, the Birmingham 6, the Guildford 4, the Tottenham 3, the Norfolk 4, induced confessions, fabricated confessions, suppressed evidence. I got away with all of them. Yeah, there was a half-hearted attempt at a prosecution or two, but I walked away from them all scot-free. Still think the rich run the show, or Zog, or the Illuminati. There are some privileges money can't buy. I can get away with murder, literally. Put me in the frame and they won't even investigate. They probably won't even ask you what you did with the gun.